Welcome back to HPL. I'm Tanner Grayson. I'm joined by Nathan. That's Admirable some more. We just saw Purple tie up this match at 2-2. That means we are going to match point here in our first game. And you know what? There's a lot on the line. The person who wins moves to 3-0, and the only other 3-0 in the tournament is Dog, so they get out to a big lead here. The other person moves down to 2-1. You know what? They got to steam until the next match.
Yeah, we've seen some fantastic queue up from both these players as well. Neiera really branching out. Love his queue up in last game, but it was a little less aggressive, I think, than I would like to see him play. Is he going to do the same thing here in Game 5? Let's find out. Neiera versus Purple. Game 5 is underway.
Yeah, the interesting thing, back and forth. Oh, we're going to see the same deck here from Neiera, it looks like. And from Purple, we're not actually sure what this is yet. This could be a couple decks.
To me, this kind of screams that it may be Druid. He's got Emperor Thorson and Harrison Jones in here. We're going to have to see if he picks up any cards specifically for that. But Neiera just kind of sticking to his guns on this one. Frothing Berserker, very telling, as well as the double Whirlwind, very telling of the fact that he's still playing Grim Patron Warrior. So is Purple going to be able to weather this storm early on and take that advantage, find those big burst combos, or is Neiera going to run away with this one? It is, in fact, Druid, and he's got, look at that, Wild Growth, Piloted Shredder, and Harrison Jones in his hand. This is a beautiful start for Purple.
Just an absolute beautiful start from Purple, and we're going to see another combo-oriented matchup here for the last couple of games of this match. That's all it's felt like. All these players are doing 16 and 18 points of damage in one turn to kill each other or to set up lethals for the next turn. This has been a great match back and forth with huge combo spikes in one turn.
Yeah, even Acidic Swampoo's in here. So really going the full distance to try to exploit weapons so far in this matchup. Oh, and there's a Death's Bite. That is looking like a great turn now for Purple. Going to be able to play Harrison Jones on curve, even accelerated that curve through a Wild Growth. I mean, this could spell disaster for Neiera very early on.
Yeah, it's very important that you take care of Death's Bite on your own terms away from the Warrior deck. You don't want to let them get the Whirlwind effect for free. You don't want to let them do it on their own turn when they get stuff like Frothing Berserker and Grim Patron out, and they get to do like crazy things with those cards.
Yeah, it has been two relatively poor pickups in a row for Purple, though. No way to utilize the Innervate right now, and Wild Growth going to be a dead card for quite a while. Shield Block, Shield Slam, going to put Neiera right back up to 30, as well as take out this Harrison Jones. So far it's been good stuff from him, and I have to believe that Purple's going to hunt for pressure this turn. I would not be surprised at all to see this Big Game Hunter come out.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to see this Big Game Hunter get into play here this turn. Oh, he's going to, I got to believe he's going to play this Big Game Hunter. There aren't a ton of targets here in Neiera's deck. Generally, the turn where a minion gets 7 or more power, it's attacking you for 7 to 10 power, and Big Game Hunter isn't always the best or cleanest answer to those from there. So he's just going to get in play to get a lot of pressure here on Neiera. You're going to see Neiera fight for board control here.
Shield Slam doing excellent work in this game so far, able to kill everything that Purple's thrown at him. And we see him love.
Purple needs a big draw here.
To control a minion. Swipe is not that big of a draw. I mean, this may just be an Acidic Swamp Ooze for pressure at this point, too.
It's going to be interesting to see what he does this turn. He could swipe plus Acidic Swamp Ooze for pressure this turn. It looks like he's just going to leverage his life total a little bit here to pick off this Cruel Taskmaster. I think I like that a little bit better. Hold on this Swamp Ooze just for... I mean, it's probably get more value in your hand to pick off a weapon here in this game than it does sitting in play as a 3-2, because if you were to answer it with a Fiery War Axe, you would feel pretty bad about not getting the value off of it.
Yeah, even an attack with the Shade here, too, opens himself up a little bit, but, he's got Acidic Swamp Ooze, so even if a weapon had hit play, he did have a little bit of an answer to it. But Emperor Thorson right on curve for Neiera, massive swing in the game for him, and Purple picks up the second Innervate. He's drawn both Wild Growths and both Innervates, but he doesn't have the pressure to utilize them.
Yeah, he really needs an Ancient of Lore, something like that, just to get a lot of extra cards here. Plus the Innervates will allow him to play whatever he draws from here. I like seeing this play from Purple of attacking with the Shade last turn. If Neiera wanted to take his turn off to take care of the Shade, I think Purple is okay with that. He really didn't want to see Emperor Thorson last turn.
Yeah, it's about one of the worst cards he could have seen. It looks like Purple's going to be forced to trade this off and hope that he can draw the right minions too. Yeah, that's exactly what he's got to do. Needs a Savage Roar to couple it with Force of Nature, so that's the reason why he's not using that to trade directly. Also gets it for free with his health total at this point. He's not under a ton of pressure, and Warsaw Commander, one of the best draws I think that Neiera could have had at this point.
Yeah, one of the better draws Neiera could have at this point. He's going to get, it looks like a decent bit of pressure in play here, but he doesn't have any of the combo pieces besides a single Cruel Taskmaster this turn, but he still can do a lot of damage next turn if Purple doesn't get a way to impact this board now.
Yeah, the real key here is that he's just got the pressure lead. And Ancient of Lore picked up from Purple. He sent sigh and relief at how important of the draw this was. And Keeper of the Grove, Swipe is
a pretty good pickup here.
But, I mean, he has to face down this other Frothing Berserker. When he swipes in this spot, that Frothing Berserker is going to grow to 5 power.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do what you have to do here. So it's going to be interesting to see if Purple does actually swipe one of these Frothing Berserker here this turn, because you take care of the Frothing Berserker and the Loot Hoarder and leaves him with just a 1/5 power Frothing Berserker here. So it's going to be interesting to see how much Neirea can do next turn, like how crazy he can go, because he does have Warsong Commander and Cruel Taskmaster and Grim Patron in his hand. If he picks up something like a Whirlwind, we might see lethal here this turn.
Yeah, it definitely could. Second Warsong Commander, I think that's not one of his best draws.
Ooh, Battle Rage was, though.
Battle Rage certainly is a very good one. And Neirea looks like he's reluctant to utilize his Warsong Commander straight away. So kind of interesting to see exactly how he's going to do this. I mean, this is one of the points where I would feel like Grim Patron's just going to be fine. He's just going to go with Grim Patrons just on their own, Battle Rage, and see what he can pick up. I mean, if he finds something like an Inner Rage and an Execute, this could be disastrous for purple. But, you know, he does have Shield Block, Shield Slam, and we have seen Shield Maiden is here as well. So where exactly did he make these cuts? Oh, Whirlwind. This is going to put a lot of pressure out on purple now, and purple does not have anywhere near enough damage to actually end this game in this spot. So we're going to see where Neirea points this Frothing Berserker. Wow, actually trades instead of going to the dome as well. We see this time and again from him too. Loves to keep a very strict control over what's going on. So purple just going to pick up his card here and try to figure out exactly where he's going. Man, I have to believe that 11 damage should have been pointed at the dome.
I think he was worried about being comboed out that turn. If purple had an Innervate, he actually, I believe he had lethal with combo that turn.
Yeah, so we're going to see where it goes. Just going to take out this 5/1 Grim Patron and hope that things work out the best for him right now. But, you know, when you're staring down 11 points of damage coming for your dome, that is a sticky situation to be in.
Yeah, Neirea has some really good turn available to him here. He has a Warsong Commander with an Acolyte of Pain and a Slam and an Execute, so you can draw a ton of cards here this turn.
Yeah, which minion is he actually slamming? He slams his own Acolyte too, just wants to pick up a couple extra cards. Even gets Inner Rage off of this, so this is a massive amount of damage that's going to be coming for purple's face here. I have to believe this Inner Rage is hitting one of these Grim Patrons. Everyone's going to get in here now, and purple is in a lot of trouble right now. I don't see how he actually gets out of this game from this point. I mean, it's just too much damage. He's falling down to 5. His Drake's getting executed. I mean, what can he possibly draw to
this is
actually
going
get
to
out
cut
of
the
this
Force of Nature from being an out. If he draws another Taunter, I would say that's not going to be enough. He can Sludge Belcher, Keeper of the Grove, plus Hero Power. It's still not going to be enough.
Yeah, there's no way to protect himself. I mean, even say double Keeper of the Grove, even if he could innervate out the Sludge Belcher, you know, he's still got to worry about what's coming out of Neirea's hand afterwards.
Yeah, it looks like purple is going to fall here, but man, what a queue up
that's
from
going to
Neirea
do it.
here.
He has no way to fend off this board pressure here, and wow, that game going completely in Neirea's favor. You know, we talk about how important it is for Druids to be ramping their mana, but if you draw all of your ramp and you actually don't draw any threats, you are going to fall behind in the game, especially against a player like Neirea, who you expect to kill your minions. He's going to kill your first couple of threats, and if you can't follow that up extremely strong, it's all but in Neirea's hands at that point. So excellent play from him.
Yeah, we see Neirea queue up very well here this round, move to 3-0. Purple's going to move down to 2-1, taking his first loss here in HPL. And you just saw Neirea queue up very well in this match, as you said. And he played really well, too. A little defensively for my taste in maybe a couple spots, but it ended up working out against Purple's Druid deck here. Then Purple just puttered out a little bit in the middle of the game, drew a lot of his mana cards.
Yeah, just really nothing going for him in that mid game. But, you know, he did pick up that Ancient Allure the turn right after that, so was able to refill. But the amount of pressure that Neirea followed up with was just too much. That's going to do it for our first match. It's in the books. Neirea takes it 3-2. And when we come back, we're going to have a short interview with him and find out exactly what his thoughts were into tackling these match, guys. Don't go anywhere. We have 2 more matches for you after that as well. And coming up, though, we got his insight into this match and how exactly he tackled it. Don't go anywhere, guys. You're watching Hearthstone on PvP Live.